Is this PPT is visible? Is the PPT visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And welcome back to the second semester cybersecurity elective class. So today we are going to begin the fourth module. The following contents will be discussed in this fourth module. So mobile and wireless devices. The title of the module is cyber crime, mobile and wireless devices. For this chapter, we are going to refer the textbook by Cybersecurity Understanding Cyber Crimes, Computer Forensics, and Legal Perspectives, written by Nina Godbole, Sunit Belapur. So, in this book, it's a third chapter, whereas according to our syllabus, this is fourth module. So, introduction, proliferation of mobile and wireless devices, trends in mobility, credit card frauds in mobile and wireless computing, attacks on mobile or cell phones. Since we're more on discussing on cybersecurity related to attacks, we are going to speak more into this topic. So first, let us understand the what is mobile computing, what is wireless devices, what is handheld device. Before that, in this module, we are going to learn the following, that is learning objectives, understand the security challenges presented by mobile devices and information systems. So security challenges which are faced by the mobile devices currently and information systems. Again, understand the challenges faced by the mobile workforce and their implications under the cyber crime era. Get an overview on mitigation strategy like clue or possible protection of credit card users. So how to minimize the cyber attacks while using the credit card? We're going to learn from this objective module. Learn about security issues arising due to use of media players. So we are using us we are using the built-in media players, which is all comes along with the mobile devices. What are the security issues it raises through those devices? We will discuss. Understand SMS phishing, that is smishing and phishing attacks in the mobile world. Usually, how the smishing and the phishing attacks which will be carried out using the mobile phones by the hackers. We are going to understand the security issues arising due to daily use of removable media like pen drives, zip drives, or the external hard drives. How? Because those are the portable devices. One can connect any available network or the available desktop or the laptop to transfer the data files from one system to another system. That is how security threats will arises by using those devices. And also we are going to understand the organizational security implications with electronic gadgets. So nowadays, since the pandemic time, this is the time to move everyone, each one of us moving online to communicate each other. So to prevent the spread of viruses, human viruses rather than computer virus. In this situation, uh, most of us were using the electronic gadgets to get connected each other. How the organizational security, especially in the IT world, information technology world, that is companies like software companies, they are expecting the people who works from home. This is the challenging currently it's a challenging because the devices which the people uses of their own might be not up to date, software operating system might not be there up to date, the patches which are not going to update up to date. So most of us, most of the people, though not those who are using the antivirus softwares, they might not use this the paid softwares. Maybe the security patches loopholes which will be present since they are accessing the organizational infrastructure from their home by using their own devices, maybe a public network or private network, but the organization is going to monitor such kind of the devices which is not given by the organization. Again, these are the some of the measures need to be implemented for protecting information systems from threats in mobile computing area. So now the current time to talk about the online education or online work from home. We're going to understand that also from this module 4. So most of us, as you are aware that nowadays, previous to 10 years back, if you are remembering 10 years back, only few of us were having the mobile phones only for the purpose of exchanging communication using wireless technology. So the limited versions before existing of smartphones, the wireless phones were there, that is portable wireless phones which were used for only for the communications, message communication or voice communications. So advantage in the new technological developments, smartphone came into existence, and also it leverages the additional features like you can browse from they were able to add the internet to the mobile phones. When the internet has added either Apple phones or the Google Android phones or the BlackBerry set, when they started adding the internet to the small devices like smartphones, the trend of using of mobile phone has changed. They started using the internet, and they started even the businesses also started deploying the applications over the internet. So the client or the client software like browsers are able to access the business information over the smartphones in the small devices. So if the era of smartphone, when it was not mature enough, in that cases, the desktop devices and laptop devices which has the internet connection, the all the businesses were required to develop a web application which is best suit for the all the portable devices. Now the trend has changed. Smartphone users also started using their smartphone for the purpose of business tools. Buying and selling happens through your smartphones. Then gradually the business organizations shifted selling their strategy from the desktop or the laptop monitoring devices to the smartphones. These developments present a new set of security challenges to the global organization. Yes, the smartphone has an advantage. Obviously, other side of the smartphone is a security breach. So assumptions are more rather than the actual involvement in security threats. So here the security, how security breaches happen for the mobile devices and all, we are going to learn. So first let us understand how many number of users worldwide in global scenario, how many number of smartphones the market it is going to grown up from 2021 to 2026. There is a statistics which is taken from statista.com. I think it is visible. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Sir, it's definitely visible to you. Fine. So the trend of smartphone subscriptions worldwide, which has been increased from 2016 to 2026, means over the 10 years period of time. If you think yourself, previously we were able to hold only one smartphone. Nowadays we are going to have, most of us were going to have multiple smartphones. Previously, the only one phone was exist as a landline phone for all the family members. Now, when it was smart, the phone technology started, all started having the multiple mobile phones. Then it is when smartphones started. If in a family of four members, definitely nowadays the current situation is all should having the four smartphones. See, one person, one family, four members, four smartphones. Sometimes one person having the two smartphone for their purpose of usage. In this context, if you look into the statistics, this statistics was given by the Statista.com. They are predicted 7 point the previously 2016 3.668 billion of users they were using the smartphones, whereas by 2026 it's a means it's a huge market and huge business is involved in this. It's a just a prediction. It may be right or wrong. So around from 3.6 billion of users to 7.5 billion of users. If you look into the population of the global population, if you look into the global population, what is the global population? So So 780 crore of the people, that is approximately 7 billion. So 7 billion, including the kids, children's, the mid-aged persons, aged, including all. So approximately 7.8 billion of people are there in the global scenario, whereas here the smartphone subscription themselves is 7.5 billions. So think in this direction. Since the advantage in the technology of Internet of Things, devices are able to communicate. Obviously, those are again, it might be a smartphone or handheld devices, or the smartphone home devices. So, because of that reason, the subscription of smartphone has been increasing from 16 to 26, from 3.6 billion to 7.5 billion. Okay, this is the statistics which is taken from statista.com. So again, what as a cyber security practitioner, what you need to think is number of devices started increasing to handling a single smartphone from your end. How much time and effort it is required? For example, if you have an applications like bank transactions, shareholder applications, WhatsApp, that is social media applications, Gmail accounts, that is email accounts. If you are maintaining the multiple applications in your single smartphone, usually a person who wants to protect the application themselves require to set a password. So if you have a 10 application minimum, I'm talking about minimum, maximum, it depends on your interest of usage of your phone. If you might be having the the Amazon account, that is e-commerce account like Amazon, Flipkart, Ola, Uber, Zomato, Swiggy. Might be you have a multiple applications in your phone. So for every applications, to protect the application content and personal privacy information, you need to set a password. Suppose if you are having a 10 to 15 application, minimum 10 to 15 application password you need to be remember. So that is a challenging here. Those who are handling a single would think about the people who is handling more than one phone. See, the here security challenges are more because you need to every 15 days once you need to keep update your mobile phone because update patches which will be released in every 15 days once. So depending on the company app, which company app you are using, whether you are using open source or paid versions, depending on that, the patches are going to be released. So you need to be keep updating your smartphones for what? For to prevent the attacks. So smartphones combine the best aspects of mobile and wireless technologies and blend them into a useful business tool. Please understand there is a difference between mobile and wireless. All the wireless, all the mobile which uses the wireless technology, all the wireless technology may not be used by the mobile. Please remember. So we will have some examples in near future in our discussion. Thus, the larger and more diverse community of mobile users and their devices increase the demands on the IT function to secure the device. See, it is very true statement. If you increase the number of devices, especially personal devices to connect with the business organization or the company which you are going to work with them, if the company organization allow you to use your personal devices for their business point of view, then obviously there is a vulnerable, there is a big point here to there is a weak link exists with the organization and the employee who is working for the organization. So data and connection to the network, keeping control of the corporate assets, while at the same time supporting mobile user productivity. So, if mobile user productivity in the sense that keep on installing the security patches, security updates, security installation of malware software, installation of anti-spyware, anti-virus, anti-wormware. Installing every time if you keep on installing the security softwares, the performance of the mobile may be going down. Performance of the mobile may be going down because it is a small device. The limitation of that small device is the battery consumption is one of the limitation. The another is the processing power. Another one is the storage capacity. So by considering all this, if you keep on installing the multiple security software or the applications to the device, there is a degradation in the performance of the mobile device. So, as an organization, if you are looking your employee to work from home, also you need to look into their devices. The employee is working towards the organization business. So, organization needs to provide the infrastructure in such a way that even the vulnerable devices are going to connect to the organizational network. The organization should take care of establishing the security controls rather than expecting the employee to be very secure enough to connect with their networks. So otherwise, the mobile, if you keep on updating the patches or the installing the security softwares to the mobile phone, maybe your mobile phone going to be hanged, or the mobile phone performance may be reduced. To avoid that, the organization has to take care of implementing the security measures at their end. So usually these technological developments present a new set of security challenges to the global organization. Obviously, there is a security challenges exist with the user and the company or the organization or other part of the network. Any questions are there? I hope I made you understand clearly. Okay. After understanding the importance of technology and where is the security breaches are there, we will understand gradually. Before going in detail about the attacks on mobile phones, let us understand some of the devices which is used as a mobile as well as wireless devices. The trend is smaller devices and more processing power. When you start buying a new phone for your usage, what's your means you are expecting mobile should be thin and sleek. Mobile should be thin, and it is looking like thin like, and you are expecting that phone should be able to store the lot of information, and also the speed of the mobile are also it should be high what you are expecting. The trend, what is the trend of the mobile phone users are very first trend is storage, second battery, third small device thin and slim, thin and slim, fourth processing power, fifth camera features. These are the five different features, current trend features Usually, a normal user looking to the smartphone or smaller devices. So the buyers have a choice between high-end PDAs. These devices are called as high-end PDAs, that is personal digital assistants with integrated wireless modems and small phones with wireless web browsing capabilities. Usually there is a two choice with the buyer. So buyer has to buy either tablet phones like personal digital assistants or the laptop or desktop machines. Even laptop also it has a mobility. You can take away the laptops from the fixed area. So it is also has having support of wireless technology. So wireless modems, which is embedded along with your laptop device, is a one choice of users buying habit. The another choice is small phones with wireless web browsing capabilities. Is we have. A key driver for the growth of mobile technology is the rapid growth of business solutions into handheld devices. See now, previous to the smartphone, people used to visit the nearest stores to buy the commodities or the goods for their to lead their day-to-day life. But current trend is they are not moving anywhere on the chair by looking into their devices, browsing the content, and they can do comparison against the various e-commerce applications, and they can choose their choice of interest of the product, and they can order, and even they can get the item within 2 hours of the delivery service. See, this is a complex, actually looking like simple mechanism, placing order, processing order, and delivering the goods. It's looking like a simple, but it is a technology-wise. It is at the back end. It is a complex infrastructure is required to carry out the ease of the business. So organizations also started giving the business solutions, which will be fit into the handheld devices like your smartphone. So now let us understand some of the key terminologies like mobile computing. What is mobile computing? What is wireless computing? And what is handheld devices? So mobile computing. What is mobile computing? Any of you are able to tell what is mobile computing? In the name, mobile is there, computing power is there. What is mobile computing? Read in reverse direction. Computing mobile. A computer which has a capability of moving from one place to another place. The computer which has a capability of moving from one place to the another place is termed to be as a mobile computing. So formal definition is that you can note down what is mobile computing. Mobile computing is taking a computer means picking up the computer and all necessary files and software out into the field. So mobile computing is taking a computer, either it is a laptop or it is a desktop or your smartphone. Smartphone also having a capability of processing power. Then you can think of it as a mini computer or microcomputer also. So taking a computer and all files and software which is already installed with that computer. Then taking out wherever it is required, you can take it away, move away from the working place, or come from home to working place. You are able to move the device from one place to the another place with all these necessary files and software. This is termed to be as a mobile computing. Okay. So many types of mobile computers are there. The few are portable computer. So the limitation of portable computer is that portable computer is such that, for example, let us take the example of portable computer like your old desktop machines, old desktop, not newer one. Above P4, I am not talking about. Before P4, P3 systems are there. Still, they are able to connect to the internet. Still, they are able to connect to the wireless devices. Right? This portable computer are able to move from one place to the another place. But the limitation is you have to switch on the system. You are unable to move your portable computer without power connection. Okay, so portable computer limitation is entire setup you need to be moved. It is portable because you can move from one place to another place, but setup is required to along with the movement of the computer. Setup of the infrastructure also needs to be moved from the portable. Tablet PC. So most of us were using the notebooks. So some tablets is not the not size as the laptop or not size as the mobile phone. It is in between the size. Usually the lacuna with the tablet PC is keyboard is not there. Tablet PC does not have a keyboard. It's a virtual keyboard exists and it supports the touch screen. You can use your tablet PC like your normal laptop or the desktop computer. This is another kind of mobile. You can carry this tablet PC anywhere it is required with the help of the infrastructure of wireless. The third mobile computing device is internet tablet. So what is the difference tablet PC and internet tablet? The tablet PC comes along with operating system. It is able to, it is having the high processing power. It is having the storage capacity also. It is, it allows to have the touch screen capability. It allows the virtual keyboard, whereas it does not allow the physical keyboard. Whereas internet tablet, usually it is consists of a thin client. It does not have a storage capacity, used storage capacity. It does not have a more processing power. So usually internet tablet is used, the purpose of internet tablet is only client access. Only client access. So for example, iPod is there. You are listening the MP3s, audio videos in iPod. Similarly, in here internet tablet is meant for only browsing some of the MP3s, audio files, or some thin client interactions. This is again a mobile computing device. Whereas personal digital assistants like BlackBerry set, probably you heard about BlackBerry or your smartphone itself. So it's a personal digital assistant. This is again a mobile computing device. Usually, these personal digital assistants were widely used in the organizations to have a communication between the employee and the organizational high-level employers or the employees. So, for example, let's take the Amazon application. or the Flipkart. Just for an example, I'm using these names not for promotion. So personal digital assistants. So this device, if they give it to the salesperson who is moving around the city to keep track of him, they might given these devices. Where is he? Whether he is telling lie or true, whether he is in on the duty or off the duty, there is a chances he may stay in the home. He can claim that I am on the duty. So these kind of some of the devices which keep track of the persons or they can communicate also. So another example, a person who works for a bank as a third party service. So to open an account, usually the nowadays we are doing the account opening through online. To submission of your document, physical hard copy, they are sending a person to you. That person is coming to your home place or the workplace. They are taking a picture of you. They are taking documents of your Aadhaar or something else, some identity of you. They are taking a picture, and in front of you they are going to upload the photo and the content of that documents to cross verify whether you are the customer who has applied for the bank account opening. So in these situations, they are using some of the personal digital assistant for their business point of view. Altro mobile PC is similar to the portable digital assistant. This is additional features are added in this Ultra mobile PC. Then smartphone, as you aware that the usage of smartphone, again it's a mobile computing device. Carputer is an automobile application, a device usually which is embedded on the dashboard along with your MP3 player or the audio or video player. It is used to works like a wireless device. Computer works like a wireless device to communicate with the external world. And Fly Fusion Pentop computer is another device which is a similar to a pen, like pen cameras you are using, right? Pen cameras. It is helpful for spying the activities which is happening around your premises. So pen top is a computer, it's a small device, pen-like device. Still, it is used. It is portable since you can carry out anywhere as you desire, right? So this is Fly Fusion Pen Top. Is a similar. It's again it is a mobile computing device. And the second terminology you need to understand is wireless. So it refers to the method of transforming information. Please note down, this is very important terminology. When we ask what is the difference between mobile computing and wireless computing or wireless. In such cases, you need to be ready to answer. So wireless is a method of transforming information. It is a method. Wireless is a method of transforming the information between a computing device like your PDA, personal digital assistants, and a data source. That data source may exist with the organizational database server or an agency without a physical connection. As I said, the example of opening the bank account. So when you apply online account, let's take one more example similar to the bank account opening. Let's take the one more example, purchase of SIM card online. How do you do that one, purchase of SIM card online? In the online, your application is uploading with your biometric information, etc. and so on. Identity, privacy of your private credentials you are uploading. After that, how do you receiving that SIM card? one person has to come to your place, right? Physically, that SIM should be available to you. Is it or not? So this is another example of the wireless. Wireless is a method of transferring the information between a computing device and a data source. Suppose placement officer asks you to upload the CV. How do you do usually? Creating the CV of you. You are using the internet connection and with the client application like browser and uploading the file. What you are transferring from your system or the smartphone to the placement where that server is present, you are transferring the data or the file transfer happen here. So file transfer happen with the help of wireless technology. Please make a note. Not all wireless communication technologies are mobile. Not all wireless communication technologies are mobile. For example, lasers are used in wireless data transfer between buildings but cannot be used in mobile communication at this time. So laser technology is there. You can send the data from the laser from one laser to another laser, usually in the buildings, to keep track of the security personnel or the person who is entering into the building or going out of the building. To record such data, lasers are used, but you cannot use in a mobile communications. So, for example, counting how many numbers are people are entering into the building, that data capturing and sending that data to the server. How after entering, if it is morning time, entering time, exit time, how many number of persons exit from the building? What is the difference, entry and exit? How many members are present inside the building? So laser communication, lasers are used in wireless data transfer between buildings, but cannot be used in mobile communications. Some of the handheld devices you can see in the figure here. Probably you might seen some of the devices in the hand of the policeman. Usually traffic policemen have this BlackBerry device. This BlackBerry device, this one, usually earlier to smartphone, nowadays they are using smartphone, but earlier to smartphone, BlackBerry were used to collect the fines from the people who commit the mistakes in the traffic rules. So immediately they give the printout here itself. They will able to get the hard copy of the receipt which is claimed as a fine. So BlackBerry devices were helpful, handheld device. Then this is another handheld device, like a radio kind of device. This is another PDA, personal digital. Some applications are pre-installed here, and you can use it as a local application for communication and all. You can use the transmitter here. That's the antenna is present in this device. Here, observe here, most of the devices are having the exclusive antenna here, but whereas in our smartphones, built-in antennas are present. That is radio chips. You can see the another handheld device which has the keyboard facility, exclusively keyboard facility with the monitor, mini computer kind of thing. These are the so this is a walkie-talkie of the thing for the communication, voice communication with the limited range capacity. These are some of the typical handheld devices you require to understand. and you need to understand the what is the relationship between the mobile computing, wireless, and handheld devices. So make a note of the symbols, some predefined symbols. The rectangle, you can think of it as a mobile device. The circle, you can think of a handheld device. The triangular shape, you can think of wireless device. Right. So PDA is nothing but personal digital assistant. Suppose you can look into the correlation between the mobile, wireless, and handheld. Observe here, mobile is a, if mobile has a oval shape. Let us understand this one. Mobile has a oval shape. Mobile consists of what and what? Mobile consists of standard laptop. Yes. Then standard PDA, yes. Smartphone, yes. Desktop PC with wireless access, yes. Observe the where that arrow is ended. Also, you need to be understand. Then laptop with wireless access, yes. So this oval almost all it covers. This oval almost all it covers. This oval almost all it covers all the arrows which is present in this space. Now then look into the wireless. All the wireless does not have mobile capacity, so half of the thing which is excluded. You can see the wireless means half portion of the wireless content might be the mobile computing and remaining not. Whereas handheld devices, most of them have wireless, they use the wireless technology as well as the mobile computing also. This is the relationship between the mobile computing, wireless, and handheld devices. Understood? Clear? Okay. So, mobile simply describes a computing device that is not restricted to a desktop, that is not tethered. So, desktop systems are not tethered, whereas mobile you can tether the system. So, you can access the wireless signals using tethering. You can create a hotspot. You can allow others device to interact with you, your hotspot. Right. So these technological capabilities was introduced in the mobile, not available in the desktop devices. Fine. As more personal devices find their way into the enterprises, corporations are realizing cybersecurity threats that come along with the benefits achieved with mobile solutions. More and more people started switching from the landline to the hard phone to the smartphone. People are upgraded themselves from usage of the communication devices, personal devices, mobile devices. Then enterprise started thinking to protect their infrastructure with the help of the protect their infrastructure like physical infrastructure as well as they need to be introduced the access controls. They need to be introduced the security infrastructure to protect their data network and the devices. there is a threat involved in this. You can, if you, there is a several examples are there. Let us take one example. Let's take the defense area. Suppose if you want to visit or meet a person who is working in defense office, very first time when you enter into the gate itself, they are going to check the whether you have having the smartphone. If you are having the smartphone, first they will make you to switch off the phone. They will make you to switch off the phone. They will not allow you to carry the switch off the phone to inside the sensitive defense area. Then they are asking, they will provide a pouch to you to keep your switched off phone into that pouch, and you have to return that pouch back to the security personnel. Then security personnel is preserving your mobile phone till you come back and ask him. Right? Why? Because technology is so advantage. You people are not started trusting the peoples. So there is no trust exist since because of technology gadgets. There is a chances of recording content which is a very sensitive, maybe voice recording, maybe a spy cam, maybe with the help of your mobile signals, you may be going to do something else which is apart from the normal activity. See, trust does not exist. So that's why enterprises and corporations has to take care of their security. Then they started realizing cybersecurity threats. This mobile computing does not necessarily require wireless communication. In fact, it may not require communication among devices at all. Thus, wireless is a subset of mobile. Wireless is a set of mobile. It need not always be having a mobile. Just if you have a wireless device also, you can transfer the content from capturing the scenario of scene of a one location from one location to the another location without having the mobile computing device. That's why people or security personnel are not physically allowed you to access into the sensitive areas. Smart handhelds are this is the third term. One we discussed mobile computing, second we discussed wireless, third we are going to talk about smart handhelds, that is smart handheld devices. Also it is termed to as pocket sized devices. Usually it connect to wireless or cellular network and can have software installed on them. This includes networks, PDAs and smartphones. Smart handheld devices are those devices which are smaller in size. You can keep them in your pocket. It supports the wireless technology. It supports the cellular network like the message or the voice communication, and it also installed with software. Some of the software is installed to communicate those. This is termed to be as a smart handheld device. Okay, let us stop here today. If you have any questions, you can ask me now. Any questions? Is it clear?